got a few minutes to listen up and maybe offer any advice or any questions I might be thinking of. But guess what? Today has finally come. Well, actually, tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm actually revealing the supercar, my new dream car that I've been dreaming and waiting and waiting. It's been a long time coming, and finally, I can't help but just, I'm so ecstatic. I'm still nervous from the whole event, and I still, honestly, it seems surreal. I can't believe that I've actually got my new dream car. I actually can't believe that my dream car, my new supercar, has finally arrived. Yes, it's finally made it. And I wanted to shout out because I am actually revealing my new supercar tomorrow at 8 o'clock Pacific, no, Pacific Mountain Standard Time, MST, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, usual delivery time. But I'm going to be talking about it and showing the full offering of my new supercar tomorrow at 8 o'clock sharp tomorrow on my other channel. So on Poor Guy Car Vlog. Poor Guy Car Vlog. Tomorrow I'll be presenting my brand new supercar. I'm still ecstatic and I'm still just absolutely blown away that this day has finally come. I finally got, after all these years of waiting, this car has arrived, and I can't wait to share it with all of you because I know a lot of you have been asking. Some of you care, some of you don't. But for me, it's a representation of something I've been trying to achieve for a long period of time, something I've been working at for a long period of time, and it's absolutely glorious. Kevin, hey, welcome back, Kevin. Good afternoon from Lakeland, Florida. Hey, Kevin, how's weather down there? I know we're heading down there probably sometime in December. I don't know about Lakeland. Well, we'll be down in Orlando area. We'll be taking a trip down those parts. We've been meaning to go there last couple years, and then last year there was that WestJet strike. So the mechanics went on strike, and we had flights to go there, and that got kiboshed, so we decided to do a road trip to California. But it's great down there. We like Florida. It's nice. It's, the weather is totally great. And certainly in the beginning of December, probably out of hurricane season, and it's likely going to be a perfect time to visit. But yeah, Tony, hey, nice one, Mark. What is up? 21:40 p.m. in the UK. Hey, Tony, welcome and glad to have you back. And I know it's been a little bit here. We just got back from Hawaii a couple of weeks ago. We were gone for about 2 weeks, sorry, in Hawaii. I don't know if any of you saw it on some of my other channels. I showed some of the experience. We loved it. 2 weeks, basically kicked back, chilled out, lots of walking, lots of beach time. We absolutely had a glorious time. And it gave me some good opportunities to think and dwell about how I'm going to use my new toy, my new car that we're getting. Actually, we have it now, and it's parked right in the garage, but I'll be showing that tomorrow, so at 8 o'clock. Kevin, it's been raining every day during the summer. Well, that's not good. Hopefully it's spanks up a little bit here for us in December. I don't know. I know that you guys, that's why everything's so green there. Rain, I guess, causes that, rain and heat and all of that. We finally got some of our own green. Obviously, it's been kind of yucky here it took a while to get spring, but we finally got it. So, Tony, lovely, Mark, lucky you, laugh out loud. Yeah, absolutely. It'd be great to see you, Tony. Great to see Tony, Kevin, all of you. Anybody want to stop in, and be sure to head on over to my other channel, Poor Guy Car Vlog. And just looking for a little extra support on that channel, trying to build that channel. Because really that channel, I've come and gone a few times, but that channel is primarily the vlog. That's really my lifestyle. That's kind of more behind the scenes about what's going on in my car life and my passions. And ECPP is really my opportunity to share with all of you the goods and the bads of car ownership and the responsible choices that we often have to make. But honestly, the vlog channel is realistically more in the background scenes of how I live with these cars. And tomorrow will be the unveiling over on Poor Guy Car Vlog. So if you guys can head over there tomorrow morning or even earlier and hit the subscribe and notifications, that would be a lot of help. Trying to build a channel, like I said, but it gives you the opportunity to see what's going on every video. And I'm kind of currently doing a couple of those a week, kind of usually the Monday, Fridays, and certainly where I can, but feel free to stop on by. TD Tom, Hey everyone, great to see you, Tom. Blocks Fruit Pictures said, "How are you doing, sir?" I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking, and I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well as well. And finally we got some nice weather here, and we got, like I said, we just got back from Hawaii, so it's great. And now it's time to actually start using the car, because when we left for Hawaii, the city hadn't yet cleaned up all the gravel. When you live in Canada, they throw gravel and salt on the roads. So then it takes them a couple months to clean all that up. And the new car has pretty much been resigned to the garage until we got back from Hawaii. And now we're going to start driving. And I really haven't driven the car other than a couple of times around the block. I'm still on the first tank of fuel. So I definitely want to show you guys firsthand. We haven't even done a real maiden voyage. I want to show you guys tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock on that on my Poor Guy Car Vlog channel what that car's all about and what I decided to choose. Tony, hi Tom, and Tony says, "Looking well, Mark." Thanks there, Tony. I appreciate that. I know there was some concerns a while back. I think I kind of put on a couple more pounds actually since being in Hawaii, if we're being honest. Um, but yeah, it was, I know people had reached out and there was comments, "Are you feeling okay?" and this and that. And I really do appreciate the support and the concern. A lot of it was really because of a lot of the stress and strain over the last year and a half, with the loss of parents, the loss of job, the loss of a lot of things, couple friends. And so I focused, not because I didn't lose the weight because of all of that, but the weight loss came because I decided to stick to more of a carnivore, decide to get on a better dieting program and do a lot more exercise. Really more of a focus on me and my general health. So that's why I had lost a bunch of weight, still doing pretty well, and I plan to keep on with that program. But Blocks Fruit Picture says, "I was wondering if it's cheaper to get a car or van from Canada and bring it over to the US." Well, right now, I'd say I don't know. Like, I've heard mixed things. I heard with taxation and all of that. I don't know what the ins and outs. I mean, it's constantly moving, and it feels to me like it's something hard to pin down. I would say definitely do your research before you do that. But with the exchange rate, 100%, it's definitely almost always in the Americans' best interest to buy Canadian cars. And with the exchange rate, it usually puts you in a good spot, even if you have to spend a little money for shipping and a little bit of inspection and getting it certified. It's almost always a better deal. There's a lot of cars up here in Canada, and it gives you an opportunity to get yourself a nice toy or any kind of car, really. And more specifically, if it's outside of warranty. I think a lot of cars that are under warranty are a bit of a risk, because some dealers and crossing jurisdictional borders, they don't always want to adhere and support you on your warranty claims. So I would suggest, yeah, you look into all of that if you're going to do that. But certainly in the Canadian side, yeah, we get rooked. The Canadian dollar is basically the Canadian peso for sure. So, but yeah, like I said, tomorrow over on Poor Car Guy Vlog, poor yeah, poor poor guy car vlog. Sorry, I got that flipped around. Be sure to stop at there 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell. Like I said, the ongoing saga of my own personal car ownership, and I'm going to be doing the full review or reveal of my brand new supercar that I honestly, it's taken 3 years. And I know one of my fans that likes to watch my, stops in my vlogs from time to time. Great guy. He's a gentleman that sold me the car down at the dealership. Top shelf guy for sure. Got to know him a lot personally. He got to know me personally. He is a supporter of the channels. And it goes more than just the business. This world of cars and becomes more of a almost, their true car culture is one of networking, not a fast talking, quick, trying to quick and sell 1,000 Ford trucks as a quota. That's not car culture. That's just a business. That's a commodity. But trying to sell these exclusive cars, you're building relationships. Whether you're buying that Lamborghini, McLaren, Ferrari, whatever it is, those cars you don't buy every day, and so you're building relationships. And to get somebody to pull out $500,000 out of their bank account, it takes more than just a fast talk, because you can go anywhere and buy an expensive car. but a lot of times it's building the long-term relationships. And I'm learning that, and it was quite the experience. And this whole experience of buying my new supercar was one more than just buying a new car. Because I could buy a car anywhere, I can travel anywhere, and I've usually bought used cars, but this was the first time I've ever bought myself a brand new car. My first new car ever. Tony, Mark, a TV program should approach you to ask you to be a presenter. You have a wealth of knowledge. Yeah, Tony, that would be great. And you know what? I thought about that. You know what? I look at the shows like Top Gear and usually the original BBC, but even the revised versions. I thought that would be my dream. That would be my dream, to have essentially the unlimited budget and bring up my personality. And actually, I can bring my personality out and let the film people do their work. Because when you're filming, you're sort of concentrating on the mechanics of filming, and understanding the stats and working through the car. And there's a lot of things going on. So when you're doing your own filming, yeah, you sort of lose a lot of it in translation. But yeah, I appreciate that, Tony. It'd be a lot of fun. I'd certainly be game for looking at something that's of the mainstream and being on TV. That would be a lot of fun. Certainly be willing to look at that. CD says, can't wait to see the new car. Is it a supercar? You betcha. It's shiny and it's fast. And it's of one of the exotic brands. So I'll leave you with that for now. I can't say anymore because tomorrow's a big reveal, like I said, over on my other channel, Poor Guy Car Vlog. Okay, and that's like I said, that's ultimately the channel where I really do emphasize the fact that how I live, with these cars, whether it's older Porsche or this new car or any of these cars that we've owned. We own them because the passion, and because I've doubled down, tripled down, worked really hard, but also learned how to maintain these myself. And that's a big way, and one of the only real ways that you can really own some of these cars is being able to do some of this work yourself. Tony says, you'll smash it, mate. Yeah, I appreciate that, Tony. I would be super excited. Be great to hear from anybody that might be watching. I'd love to have an opportunity like that. I think that'd be just wonderful. Old Red says, someone threw a pea jug on my roof. Ooh, yikes. Well, that's not very nice. Where's that? Is that in Alberta somewhere? Because that sounds like something that would go on around here. I hope that's not. Asher says it was me. Oh, that's not very nice, guys. Come on, we got to get along over there. So, yeah, like I said, I guess what I'm just saying is, if you guys care to stop by tomorrow on my other channel, give it a like, subscribe, and of course, a thumbs up, and of course, hit that notification. Just because it'd be great if you want to get in on the regular routine of those videos. That'd be super. Looking for some support on that too. CD, how are you able to afford the car with reduced retirement income? Well, CD, that's a great question, and I'm sort of slowly evolving that answer in the vlog channel, in the Poor Guy Car Vlog channel, and I get to that. But basically, long and short of it is, I ordered this car before I got released, before I went into formal retirement. I was actually still working in the corporate game. I had a big deposit down on the car. And so I did a lot of that. I basically had a lot of money saved from before. I sold other cars. I had my Lambo. I sold that. Then I had the Jag. I sold that. Okay, so I was able to step up and selling some of the older cars, put some money in the bank, working double time, working a little extra jobs, and of course the social media, and top it all up and really doubling down on the efforts. And so a lot of it was really saving and working over the years, buying, selling, and keep edging my way up the food chain, starting with a cheaper car. My older cars were older 911s. Buy it for a few years, sell it, make a few bucks. Drive that for 5 years, sell it, move up, make a few bucks. And that's sort of been my general philosophy through life, has been buying, selling, and sort of every time I make a transaction, I'm moving up the food chain. And that's a big reason why I'm able to get a little bit of leverage. So now I'm finally in a position where I've leveraged up enough and saved a lot because it was a lot to save up to get there. But that's a big part of it. And of course, saving a lot of money wrenching on my own cars. Tony, yeah, thank you for sharing. You betcha. And inspiration to everyone out there. And tomorrow, hopefully, it's even more of an inspiration because I'm still absolutely blown away to this day that I was able to do this. It goes way beyond even my own comprehension. Other than the fact I know I busted my ass day in, day out. I didn't take many days off, and if I wasn't doing social media, I was working my, the full time job, and in the evenings I get home from the job, I do some record some videos, and then on the weekend I do some video work, and this just went on and on and on. CD, that's very intelligent. I miss a Gallardo. Yeah, I miss it too. But now that I've sort of moved up and I've sort of made a few of those moves since then, I feel like, it was justified. And I feel like I finally got kind of where I see my true dream car, a brand, a car that to me, in my mind, and everybody's got their own take, but is kind of almost like the pinnacle for me, as high as I could ever dream to go. To me, that's I'm there. I've made it as far as I could possibly make it in the current circumstances. Always got to shoot for the stars, but yeah, I feel like I've made it there. CD, are you going to drive the car fast? Well, you know what? I'd like to get it out on some track times and things like that. So we'll see. I mean, speeding on the streets, not a good idea, but I definitely like to get track time. And I know I've already been invited on a lot of there's been a lot of club invites already where they invite a lot of customers with their cars for certain track days. So I've had numerous invitations for that. So I definitely want to share some of that for sure. It's a Corvette, says Port City Investments. It's not a Corvette. Benjamin says Porsche 918. Those are huge money. Huge money. I love the 918. I love it. But it's not a 918. 918s now are older and used, so this is brand new. I ordered, it's actually, to give you a hint, it's a 2025. So if that kind of helps. CD, you're thinking 458. Yeah, no, definitely not a 458. Again, that's a used car. So as a 25 model year, I can slide that kind of a hint out there, but let me just put it this way. I've driven these cars in a track environment and a track setting on some demo drives, and it has raised my eyebrows. I could not believe the acceleration of this car. So to me, it's on another tier. It's pretty crazy. Okay, not for go use through, get more bang for buck. Yeah, I know used cars, you probably could, but you know what actually happened there, CD? You do generally get a lot more bang for buck. And I totally agree. And that's been my conventional, thinking as well. But there's two things. One of them was I wanted to experience the process of buying one of these cars, like right from tip to tail. And I want to share that process because there's a lot of myths, and I want to bust some of those myths about what these processes are like. I want to talk about that because I wanted to experience what a true ownership, a buying experience was all about, because it's experience. So I want 20. I was looking at a Lamborghini Aventador, early models, 12, 13, 14, 15 model years. But every time I look, it seemed like every month, because we all know what was going on in 2021, 22. As I was saving up the money, I was trying to start shopping for those cars, but I could never quite get my fingers on them because at that time, people were scalping those cars and prices kept going up. It seemed like every month there was another 30 grand on the same car, another 20 grand, another 30 grand, and they were running out of the cost at a faster rate than I was able to save, if you know what I mean. So I started getting to the point where I'm like, what? Like, this is silly. I couldn't do it anymore. So I couldn't keep up with the way the prices of these new supercars were going. Frozen. Are we still frozen here, Rocky? I probably did glitch for a second. How's it going now? Hopefully it's still good. Port City says, any hints? CD says, did you consider 458 and Aventador? I'm guessing 911. I did consider all of those. Yes, the Aventador was one of the top ones on my pick, as was the McLaren 720. Thanks, CD. All good now. Yeah, I had a glitch. I had an incoming call there. That's probably what happened. But you know what? Those prices just, they were getting out of control. And so then I started to thinking to myself, people are paying more, or they're trading hands more, or they're asking more for these older used cars with 30, 40, 50,000 kilometers on them than some of these brand new cars. And some of the brand new cars are better cars in every way. And they have warranty. And I'm thinking to myself, why wouldn't I just do that? So that's kind of how I came to this. I mean, I was looking at the 720S and the Aventador. And of course, you know, 488s and 458s crossed my path too. But I saw the writing on the wall for these used supercars, and it just didn't make a lot of sense. It seemed like people were gouging, and I just wanted no part of that. I just pulled myself out of the market, and I decided to get something brand new and say the hell with it. Even if I see some depreciation, I'm not paying overpriced, inflated balloon prices on some of these older used cars that effectively you're doing the same thing. You're overpaying on one end, or you're going to lose on the other end. So somewhere you're losing. You're going to overpay for that 10-year-old Aventador, or you're going to overpay for a new supercar and lose on depreciation. Somewhere you're going to pay a little more and lose here in the end. So let's see what we got here. I've seen some nice 911s for decent prices, 20 to 22. Huracan, great question. Huracan's an awesome car. I also looked at the Technica. That was on my radar. Norse Viking says haircut and decent shave. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's I know I had to tidy it up a little bit. I kind of trimmed it up a little bit. It looks like it's almost ready to kind of maybe trim again. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, you know what, you guys, I just wanted to reach out for another what's that? Norse Viking, you look a little homeless. I look a little homeless. Okay, well, that's okay. How you have zero hair loss? Yeah, I don't know, doing okay. My dad had a lot of hair, and so you know, I guess I got that. I guess I got that going on. Tony says, "Leave him alone. It suits you." Tony says, "Nah, ignore it." Yeah, maybe I have that homeless look. I'm going for the derelict, but no, I could take it. You know, I got thick skin. I've seen some pretty nasty comments on the internet, so I'm kind of used to it. Scooby, you're lucky. I do feel blessed in a lot of ways, and but more importantly, I feel blessed to to have a great group of folks like you guys watching and stopping in and listening to me ramble on, because sometimes even my wife gets sick of hearing me talk and talk and talk. So yeah, I don't know. It's just. I appreciate it, guys, gals, everybody. And like I said, I just want to thank everyone. So tomorrow is the unveiling of my brand new supercar. Be sure to be there and check it out on my Poor Guy Car vlog channel. And be sure to stop over there at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's when it hits. And maybe you'll be surprised. Maybe you won't. But definitely, I'm still giddy about the whole thing. So I really appreciate everybody stopping in, and thank you all so much for for popping in and saying hi. And again, it's good to be back, coming back from Hawaii. Clean haircut. Maybe it's time to trim up or something. I'm not sure, but either way, thanks everybody. You know, I'm gonna split because that call looked like I got to go pick up our car, because as you probably know, the Mercedes, the the C300 that we have is in the shop right now, and it's getting some fixes. It had a check engine light on it. If you watch the channel, you'll know what's going on there. I showed that video there a few days ago. So it's actually in the shop right now, and it looks like it was the dealership calling me back. So I got to find out what's going on there, and I'll let you all know. I'll probably create a follow-up video about what's the latest going on with the C300. So thanks, CD. The hair color looks good. I really appreciate that. And CD, the hair color looks good. Nice. aloha. And aloha to all of you. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the flip side tomorrow morning. First thing, 2 videos breaking. Exotic Car Play Place, we have our next video, and as well on Poor Guy Car Vlog. We also have at 8 o'clock. So maybe hit one, hit the other, and you'll be good to go. Hope to see each and every one of you on the next one, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see you then.